Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of New to Weeaboo. This is number 167 for October 15th, 2025. I am Nemesis and I'm joined by Alcatraz.
Hello.
Yeah, I didn't see a whole lot of, well, there was one big thing. There's a big old video kind of really criticizing Crunchyroll. It was a pretty big one because it was Mother's Basement. Oh yeah, basically kind of pointing out that, there's a whole thing there, which is, since Crunchyroll's been multiple times been, accused of things like, using AI and subtitles, which they emphatically deny, and whatnot. And, and of course, the one time they were caught, I think it was Side Games did that.
Yeah, it wasn't Crunchyroll that did it.
But there is that whole thing, which they're like, they've killed their forums, they killed the comments section.
They buried it.
The comment section was disabled. Most of that was because at the time, I remember the thing was they killed the comment section. Because I think the video I'm not sure if I haven't had a chance to watch it, but people kind of overlooked. The reason the comment section got killed was because people were being, it was Maya Senpai's Otokonoko. People were being really nasty in those comments, so they disabled comments and then they never turned them back on.
Yeah.
There's just a general, just the fact they just they basically control so much of the industry right now.
Yeah.
I know, for example, one thing is Oshinoko. It was on High Dive for the first 2 seasons. Season 3 is on Crunchyroll.
Wow.
Because part of that is because Aniplex has partial ownership of Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
And Aniplex is the one who is in charge of Oshinoko.
Yeah. So they'd rather have it on their platform, basically.
Yep, essentially. It's a stupid thing like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the thing of apparently recently there was a thing where a whole bunch of the new anime had typesetting errors.
Oof.
And stuff it was like overly large subtitles, and so basically someone screwed up. And they claimed it was there was a back end mistake and they fixed it.
Yeah.
Which, it is correct now, but
yeah, that's odd because usually the typesetting, most of that's going to be automatic. You'll manually put things if you need to realign some things, but most of that's just.
It's also a little frustrating because, if you want to watch it, and as people want to know, at this point, some people are like, oh, just use fan subs. Guess where the fan subs come from now? They're Crunchyroll, because no one's trying anymore. Because, if that was the thing, Crunchyroll was really good.
Yeah, they
set a gold standard, and then, they've been slowly getting worse.
Yeah. And how much of the fan subs are just, I put this through Google Translate.
There's that. There's a lot of fan subs which are straight up just AI translated. Fan subs which are the quote unquote fan subs are literally just, we took the existing Crunchyroll or Amazon or whatever subs and just kind of maybe tweaked them a bit at best.
Yeah.
Or they added some extra translations. Oh, hey, this sign wasn't translated. I'll translate that.
Yeah, stuff like that.
But for the most part, it's most of it's based on their already existing Crunchyroll subs and whatnot.
Yeah.
Of course, that was a funny thing. High Dive recently basically put out a statement saying we will never use AI.
Yeah, I was about to say, I saw that too. Someone posted to them and they did a.
We will never use AI.
Yeah. But again, like you said, Crunchyroll also denies the use of using AI, and.
But again, it's possible they really are telling the truth.
Yeah, absolutely possible.
Might just be the problem is simply they have no. I would guess the real problem is they fired too many of their translators, and the ones they have left are not paid enough, and they have too much work.
Yep.
So you don't really have time to just particularly with the sheer amount of anime. It's another problem in general. The anime industry there's too much anime coming out.
Yeah,
it's been a real problem.
Overworking what few animators they have.
Not just animators, but everyone in the industry. There's so much. It's and on top of that, it basically means it's harder to become successful because there's so many options.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you can't really. It's hard to negotiate because for any sort of better pay or anything because it's just.
Yeah.
There's someone else waiting in the wings who just is willing to take it on, and it's just a nightmare. And things need to kind of maybe kind of should less per season. It's impossible to keep up now because there's something like 40 anime coming out every season now.
Yep.
Anyway. One thing I did do was I've watched a couple of the new things that have been coming out, namely Cinderella Grey season 2. I watched the first episode of that. I think the second episode's out now, but I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. Could it come out? Or it's either out now or it's coming out today, I think, because I think it comes out Saturday night for us.
Yeah.
That's when the first episode came out. So yeah, I'm definitely in it. They kind of, that's what they're doing.
I haven't seen the first episode yet.
And also I've seen the first episode of Spy Family season 3.
I still haven't seen second half of the first season.
I remember that. I caught a typo on that one in the subtitles on that.
Yeah, I need to catch up on Spy
They
Family.
they actually put thus instead
thus.
of thus. Whoops.
Thus. No, not that either.
THES. That's not, no, whoops. But
there's a number of words close to that, but none of them are correct.
Yeah. And yeah, there's a couple other things. Apparently, My Hero Academia, funny enough, the first episode is aired in Japan, but it's not on Crunchyroll yet.
Interesting.
Which is, yeah, and then I just got an email from them advertising the simulcast. It's like, is there now?
Is it?
Because it didn't look like it was a simulcast.
It's not very simultaneous if you're out of sync. Or did they finally get it up just a little late?
Oh.
Macadamia, where are you?
Oh, there it is. It's up now. The first 2 episodes are up on there now. So I guess they just got them going.
But they were just a little bit. It wasn't
I think
very
they said something
simultaneous.
along that there was an issue. They claimed there was an issue, and it probably was the issue they were having. Here it goes.
So it looks like 2 a 160, 161. I don't like how Macadamia doesn't reset the episode counter
A lot
for
of
the
them
season.
don't.
It's annoying.
Like Cinderella Grey, they said episode 14. It's officially referred to as episode 14. So yeah, a lot of them don't do that.
Yeah.
So have fun with that.
Yeah, it makes it really hard to remember what episode you're on. Annoying.
Anyway, we're not here to talk about that stuff.
Nope, at least not yet.
Super in depth. Yeah, not super in depth yet. But we are here to talk about something.
The greatest
anime of all
ever
time.
made.
The greatest anime. Yep, the greatest. The pinnacle of anime. Nothing can beat this.
The best animation work you have ever seen.
Yep. Chargeman Ken.
I am pained.
Yeah. So people often refer to this as the room of anime. I'm not sure if that's entirely accurate.
Yeah.
It's kind of, yeah.
I get where they're going
I'm going to say this right now. Chargeman Ken is bad.
It's very
really bad.
It's
like, it's literally like anything you can do wrong, they did wrong.
They did things wrong you didn't even know they could do wrong.
And it's one of those, also on top of that, a good chunk of the time, you can't, it's like, can you even call this animation?
Even looking at the same frame for 30 seconds.
Yeah, so
nothing is moving.
The Chargeman Ken came out in 1974. So the whole premise is there's this kid named Ken Izumi, who is pretty much the sole defense that Earth has against these aliens called the Duralians.
Duralians.
But yeah. That. And he has this whole tokusatsu thing where you basically,
he powers up and gets a gun and a helmet. He powers
up and he fights the aliens. That's it. Basically, every episode is literally stuff's, Chargeman Ken's doing his life thing, whatever, living his life.
He's going to school.
Then something happens. It turns out it's the aliens. He fights the aliens. The aliens are defeated. Done.
Episode's done. 6 minutes.
That's the thing. Each episode is roughly, it's actually 7 minutes long, but that's all that includes
a 1 minute
and a half, a minute and a half of intro and outro.
Yeah, plus the guaranteed transformation sequence that happens at least once
every single time.
Yeah, and it's the same sequence.
And on top of that, even the reuse, because that's the thing. It was stuff like that. Like Sailor Moon, they reuse the same sequence over and over again. Then you make sure that looks the best. Doesn't look good here. It's bad. It's still bad.
They didn't make sure anything in this anime.
Yeah.
Nothing was guaranteed.
And that's the thing. It's like there is no reason to talk about any specific plot point because it's all the same, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, even for like a children's cartoon thing like this, it's like
well, it was the 70s. Things weren't as good back then. No. This was bad for the 70s. This was bad.
Yes. One of the things is, it's just all the plots are either at best serviceable, and they range from either very basic and serviceable to complete nonsense.
Just there was a few of them where even at the end I was like, I don't even know what just happened.
It's you're just like, wait, there's just
what?
Yeah, there's an actual final episode too. Is the thing too.
There is, and I guess basically there was the whole sort of an arc with a couple of them.
There's no
but
arc.
you have to dig for it.
There's no arc.
Like the best one I can think of is like very near the end, the submarine that they couldn't blow up, and they were like, oh no, they'll find the base, and I guess it showed up in the very end. Oh, we found the base. Okay, that's it. That's the best you get.
Yeah.
That's it. That is the best continuity in the entire thing. And even then, you are scraping for it.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Is Chargeman Ken, he's got powers, I guess. Where did they come from? Who knows?
No
Supposedly,
explanation.
apparently, I'm looking at, there's like, well, apparently in the song, there's a song they sometimes sing when, like particularly in the final episode, which, oh look, the lyrics apparently have some plot details. Apparently, these powers came from science. Who's science? I don't know who did what to him, but
I don't know. There's a lot of scientists in this that show up.
Regardless,
most of them die.
When he transforms, it's funny. He's always wearing basically a yellow onesie, and
with a big K on it.
With a K on it, the cowboy boots, and a little ascot.
Yeah, with a little ascot.
And then he transforms. He's still got a yellow onesie. Now he's got white boots and white gloves and a helmet and a gun. And now he's got a V-strap thing.
Yeah, going to a belt,
which has a little triangle, like looks like a tiny little record, actually.
Yeah.
Regardless, it doesn't change much, which is interesting in of itself.
Yeah.
Also, it takes place in the year far off future 2074.
2074.
And there's a lot of stuff which is like, what? It doesn't even make sense. Like, even
so much of it doesn't make sense. Like
there's one thing. It was like they said all schools are closed except for this one. All the kids in Japan go to this one school.
Yeah,
which is like a 70-something story building.
Yeah, one giant building, and their schooling is they have a teacher up front, but they're all sitting in front of computers getting video lessons.
Yeah, with the teacher,
but with the teacher.
Front.
Which I guess, I don't know, maybe they're just a proctor and a helper or something, or guidance. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah. And they're always going on field trips.
Mm-hmm.
Always going on field trips and showing off things and like.
So then the Duralians can do things.
Yeah, because you have to run to the Duralians, because I don't think the Duralians ever hit the school.
No, not the school. Well, they kind of bothered the school a couple times. There was the robot. Remember the fake robot friend?
Oh yeah, the fake robot friend. Yeah, but they didn't actually do anything to the school. They just showed up and then
that's the thing. They also know where Chargeman Ken lives.
They could have just blew it up.
They do all sorts of things.
And that's the thing. They blew up that one. So many of those other things.
And here's the other thing. It's like apparently Chargeman Ken is like the only defense. And it's like there's who knows how many aliens. And it's like they only attack Chargeman Ken. It's like they could easily, we've seen that.
All they would have had to do is
get away with stuff, but just not going after him specifically.
Well, so many other times they don't go after him. He just happens to show up.
But the other thing is simply
all they have to do is hit two places simultaneously.
Yeah, and then there's the other thing, which is they've had him dead to rights multiple times.
Oh, multiple times.
Like the episode of basically just they took the story of Prometheus. They chained him to a rock.
They chained him to a rock.
They got him. They basically got him asleep. They knocked him out and chained him to a rock instead of
Yeah, they could have, but they always have to do like this. It's like stereotypical. No, I have to kill you in this very particular way.
Supervillain nonsense.
Yeah,
but and here's the funny thing. So his powers come from light.
Light.
It doesn't matter what kind of light. It's just like literally what was matches once.
A spark.
Yeah.
All it takes is a spark of light.
But I remember that episode where he was chained to the rock. He was sitting there baking in the sun. The light.
Right.
And then when it starts raining, then he transforms.
Yeah. So apparently he can. Apparently, I don't know. Maybe he was too thirsty, so he couldn't. He was too weak. That's the only thing I can think of. They don't explain it.
But regardless, he transformed when it started raining. And it's like, but again, he shouldn't have even had the chance to transform.
I know.
Because he was chained to a rock, the vultures circling above and everything.
Yeah.
Just like Prometheus.
He was. I guess it's just because he was so thirsty. Because he was complaining about that. Oh, I'm so thirsty. There's no water. So maybe that's why he couldn't. So maybe he needs light, but he also has to be.
But you weren't even there that long.
Was he like unconscious or something?
But they didn't show how long.
I don't know. But I don't know.
And then,
I can't try to think about it too much, or I will break my brain. I can't do it.
Or also randomly sometimes has telepathy.
Oh yes.
Sometimes.
With the freaking weird robot friend. Yeah. That's another one. We haven't mentioned yet. Barakan the robot. Barakan, whatever. I don't care.
Barakan.
It takes a couple episodes before they even say that he's a robot. The whole time it's like, what the heck is this thing? Weird ball creature. And okay, it's a robot that just happens to be like a family member.
Yeah.
Okay,
Are you
whatever.
a pet or something?
But he's kind of stupid. I mean, they're all kind of stupid, but
Also, he's got a sister named Karen.
Karen. But it's spelled like Charon.
Yeah, Caron.
Yeah.
Caron, yeah. She's there.
She's there. She often is like the I hesitate to use a term, but I guess damsel in distress sometimes.
There's a time she tried to
plays
stab
that role.
She tried to stab her brother once.
Yeah. I mean, that's just normal sibling rivalry, right?
Mind control tries to stab her brother.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes these family members are really harsh to each other because, you know, their mom and dad there too. And, like, sometimes they just burn each other for nowhere. It's like, dang.
Yeah.
So, like, the animation is terrible.
Oh, yeah.
And often it's like literally
terrible.
like 2-frame animation. Like, it's just back and forth between 2 frames.
Yeah.
It's all over. Like, they reuse a lot of things over and over again. Sometimes in ways that don't make sense. They have the good old, you know, the scrolling background thing when you have the looping background, which is common. You know.
That's common. That's just how you do
back
it.
in the 60s and 70s and stuff.
But they don't bother trying to make it a seamless loop.
There's no sync. It just you'll see it snap. You'll see the snap when it resets.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
It's bad.
You know, backgrounds change. You know, character. You know, he's inside, then suddenly he's outside because they're reusing animation from another episode.
Yep.
And then the entire thing. So it's not just they're reusing the animation cells. They're reusing the whole shot.
Yep. They're reusing the entire shot. I mean,
so you get
reusing
like
cells is normal. That's what you do.
But so you get constant animation errors like that.
Or like, there's a few times I saw where they miss a cell. Like one of the cells is just gone and you can see through something you shouldn't have.
Yep.
And then it's there again.
And of course, there's the infamous one, which, actually both of us, I think we were both looking away at the screen at the time, which was, you remember the episode with the mute orphan girl? Vaguely? There was an orphan girl who was mute or whatever.
I think, I vaguely remember.
Early. Or it was actually about halfway through, I think. It was about halfway through. It was like episode 31, I think. Regardless, there's a bit where if you're looking at it, you'll see for one frame an animator's hand.
Oh, jeez.
He's doing this.
Holding like a number 2 or something.
He's like a 2 or peace sign or victory sign or whatever on the camera. You'll see that and like a little note as well, and for a couple frames.
So it's like they put it on for editing and they forgot to cut it.
They did a test shot or something of the camera and they forgot to remove it from the actual final shot. So it's right there. Characters, the art style, the art is all over the place. Like characters are sometimes detailed in weird, off-putting ways,
or hair color just changes between scenes,
or they're super simplistic. There's one time where I saw it, like basically it looked like the pupil was bleeding into the sclera.
Oh yeah, that's just misaligned cells is a thing that happens all the time. So the colors and lines and things like that just don't line up anymore because they didn't lay them on correct.
And on top of that, the voice acting, which I don't, again, we've talked about this, neither of us, one of us are fluent in Japanese, so it's hard to tell whether or not the voice acting is decent. But based off how they laugh sometimes, the voice acting is probably pretty bad too.
It's forced and not much attempt.
And also on top of the audio, oh god, the audio.
The audio is just...
So a lot of times the voice sounds off. It's sometimes really quiet when it should be, sometimes it's way too loud. Other times the music is awful most of the time.
Yeah, and sometimes you can make the excuse like, oh, it's from a tape that they were.
I'm not talking about just quality. I'm talking about like actual this music actually just sucks.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of it. This is just
it's really shrill and annoying.
Yeah,
type of stuff. The yeah, that they open a lot with that, and then on top of that, particularly in the early episodes, there's just simply no sound effects. Like there's nothing.
It takes a few episodes before they even have sound effects at all.
Like explosions happen.
It gets better later in the end.
Somewhat better, but even then they're still missing stuff.
Look, when the bar is literally on the ground, anything is better.
On the ground? You think it's that high?
Yeah, it's bad. Like, it doesn't take much to be better, to have an improvement with this.
To find the bar, you'd have to set a whole new digging record.
The Cola borehole has nothing on this.
And there's one funny thing which I remember, because his whole thing, he has this whole thing. He can't use his powers against people. He can only use it against the aliens. At least it seems like he has a personal code about this. I remember one time there's a bit with the lions.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I know where you're going.
He shoots the lions,
55.
and he's like, "Oh, don't worry. When the beam is red,
it's stunned.
It's stunned." The thing was the whole time when you're shooting the aliens, the beam was red and killing the aliens.
Well, and that's one. Yeah. No, I went back and looked at that.
Except for like one shot.
The first one he shot and killed with the red beam. The rest of them were yellow.
Oh. Yeah.
They were yellow, except not the first one. It was still a red beam, and it killed him. But also, it's like, you've had a stun gun this whole time?
Yeah, and he keeps talking about how he can't do anything to humans, but it's like, you have a stun gun.
Like, it's obvious they didn't think about it until then.
It seems like he's super strong, because at one time he just beat up full-grown adults.
Yep.
So several times he's beat up full-grown adults.
Yep.
Also, people know who he is because people, he gets invited to protect things or whatever. Like, was the underwater oil digger refinery thing
that
with
one.
The robots. Oh, the robots are happy. Why are the robots happy? Why do the robots have feelings? Why do the robots have feelings? They're here to
have feelings.
They're here to mine for. They're here to drill for oil and stuff. Why do they have feelings?
Why do they have feelings?
It seems like a bad idea.
Why did you make fully sentient robots just to enslave them?
What is my purpose in life?
Exactly. Although it reminds me, I don't know if you remember way back when we watched Andromeda together. That was
oh god.
There was a quote because the ship AIs. It was like, why would you give a warship emotions? And the response was, would you want one that doesn't have the ability to feel pain?
Yeah.
When you give it that kind of power. But yeah, in this case, why would you do that?
Yeah. My god. Okay.
Oh, there's a couple episodes that are stand out.
Because the thing is, actually, when you look at it as a whole, it's actually kind of monotonously boring.
It is.
It's boring, and that's the problem. It's so bad. You just you're not really paying attention anymore until the show hits you with a haymaker, and then suddenly you're paying attention again.
Like, what the hell?
And then you see to force yourself to pay attention because you might miss the next really bad thing.
Yep.
Because that's the thing. Most of it's just boring bad.
Yeah, most of it's this is just not even worth watching until you get one of those. This is so bad, it's hilarious.
Or it's just so bad, you're just kind of
shocked.
You cannot believe that made it to air.
Actually made it to air. Yeah.
A couple particular. There was the one that stands out was the later one, which was the dog one.
The dog one.
Oh my god, that was actually the only episode that actually made me angry. Because that episode opens up with a family who, we can't have a dog in our new place. Moving, we can't have a dog in our new place. So they tie up the dog and leave.
Yep.
Which is like,
wow.
Have you never heard of an animal shelter?
No.
No,
this
we
is
just
the
tie 'em
future.
up. I mean, this thing is I just hope someone adopts you. Yeah, because you're going to starve to death otherwise. And then next scene, a bunch of 3 kids just get some sticks and beat the crap out of the dog, which is like, you didn't need that part. You didn't need to have that. And then Chargeman Ken shows up at, runs and scares the kids off, and then he adopts the dog, which is great and all. They're like, cool, dog. And then, hey, of course, the Drellians come, and then, the dog, of course, being a dog, recognizes evil.
Recognizes evil. Good dogs recognize.
Yep, good dogs recognize evil. And, of course, Chargeman Ken's being beat up or whatever by the Drellians, because for some reason he's just being beat up this time.
Yeah.
And then the dog attacks the aliens, and, the aliens shoot the dog, and then he beats the aliens, but now the dog's dead. The episode ends with them at the dog's grave. I was so mad at that episode.
Yeah, that's just like, what the hell?
I'm so mad at that episode.
The one that caught me on that episode is because, one thing, when they do transitions, they're just really bad. And there a couple times they've done flashbacks, but you can't really tell because usually you get like weird vignetting to show that it's a flashback or whatnot. They don't do that here. Yeah. I looked away for 1 second. And I missed the part where he started the flashback, and I look up, and they had just defeated the Drellians. I basically blink and look, and I see, we're having, and it shows a scene where they're having fun with the dog, and then it goes to another scene. They're having fun with the dog. Then the next scene, they're at the dog's grave.
The dog is dead.
Just all of a sudden, the whiplash that I got from that.
What?
It's like, wait, excuse me?
That's one that stands out.
Oh, that's one of them that stands out. There's a few that are just like.
There's one that just, because that's the thing. When I talk about nonsensical, like a lot of the times, like the alien plan is so what was the plan here?
What were they trying to accomplish?
Exactly. It's like you're accounting on so much like just stuff to basically just line up perfectly. Also, the aliens they can shapeshift and stuff. And by the way, they don't appear in reflections or in cameras and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's one of those things you think it'd be a lot easier to catch them.
Yeah, just look through mirrors all the time.
Yeah, like there's that one because like the guy getting married to a woman and it turns out she's a Duralian.
That's the submarine one.
Yeah, and like,
Dude, you
someone
slept with
caught
an alien.
on, or the boxer.
The boxer.
Someone got, it's weird. We can't televise this boxing match because one of the boxers doesn't show up in the camera. That's weird.
That's weird.
The
Also,
one who keeps killing people.
He keeps killing people, and they're still letting him in matches. Like, supposedly everyone hates him because of all the killing that he's done, and yet, like, you would think that would disqualify you.
There's a couple times you get Duralians who kind of like have this whole maybe we shouldn't be the bad guys.
Are we the baddies?
I mean, the baddies, and of course they can't be allowed to live.
Of course,
can't have
yep,
a good Duralian, so they die in some way. Almost never by Chargeman Ken's hands, but
oh yeah,
there's one. He's like, listen, guys, I think we're doing this wrong. I can't. These humans might have the right idea here, and then they kill him.
Yep. I think the first one was the one that transformed into the one woman, but then a tree fell and Chargeman saved her, not knowing it was a Duralian.
Yeah.
And then she was like, "Oh, I have to kill you." "Oh, but I can't because you saved my life." And so they're dead.
Yeah. Or the one that was like, he's like an older brother.
Yeah.
No, he's dead because
there's that one.
They're like, you're not doing your job. It's like maybe our job is bad.
Yep.
Maybe what we're doing is bad. It's just also like, okay, we're gonna have this robot show up. We're gonna sit there trying to claim that it's totally like an old friend of Barakan, and he's like, I've never met him in my life.
Yeah, shut up, you're stupid.
And then it's just you shut up, you Barakan, you're stupid. And then it turns out he's a bomb. And then someone Barakan prays really hard, and somehow Ken hears him, which has horrifying implications.
Yes, sudden. For one episode at the very end, suddenly he has telepathy.
That wasn't the only time he had telepathy before.
Oh, was there one more?
The mute girl.
Oh right, the mute girl.
He could hear her thoughts.
Oh, that's
just think it out. I can hear you because I have telepathy. What?
It's just like Yep.
Sometimes he has super hearing because sometimes he does, but other than that, his power seems to just be he's kind of acrobatic and he's got a gun.
He's got a gun. Also, his belt can shoot lasers too.
Yeah. Also,
or
he's got
something,
a spaceship.
or weird other.
He's also got a ship.
Yeah.
By the way, that's another thing, which is an episode where it's his mother, and his sister are all on a plane, and they're just kind of coming home from something or another. It doesn't matter.
Something or another.
And then, oh no, terrorists hijacked the plane. And like, wow, is this going to be an episode where Chargeman Ken has to do something that does against humans or something? I thought, of course not. Clearly the terrorists are going to be the Duralians, right? Clearly,
right?
That's the obvious
clearly,
thing.
that's what every episode.
And then some priest stands up. He's like, okay, they're doing the trope. The kind of, religious figure kind of isn't,
tries to
isn't
disarm
scared
the
of
situation.
Whatever. And so he walks up to the terrorist. Terrorist starting, hey, I'm going to shoot you, and he shoots the guy and does nothing. And the priest shoots lasers from it, as they do.
They do,
And then, it turns out the priest was Duralian. And then, it turns out everyone but the terrorists and Ken's family were all Duralians, because the plan was, as they put it, their plan was that they literally bought all the tickets when they found out Ken was going to be on this plane. So they bought all the tickets so they could ambush him and kill him, I guess?
I guess.
30,000 feet or whatever?
I guess. But then the terrorists showed up.
And the terrorists were just a weird, just unfortunate wrinkle in the plan. They weren't expecting terrorists to show up. But whatever, they took care of them. Now they're going to take care of Ken, and then Ken does the usual thing and kills them, as he does, because
Well,
these aliens can't seem to figure out that they're he's kind of really good at killing them.
He's really good at killing them.
If you threw enough, theoretically, if you threw enough aliens, then eventually he'd be overwhelmed. But
yeah, well, the aliens have to have some semblance of competence.
Yeah, that's the problem, and they don't. And then so they basically trap themselves in a metal tube with Chargeman Ken. And then, the plane goes down. And then, of course, his whole family gets on board his little ship thing, and they fly home that way.
Why did you
so the question is, why did you take that in the first place?
Because it's like he's got this weird hang up about using his powers outside of fighting the Duralians.
But he used it to go to Egypt without telling his parents.
I know, it's so stupid.
He just we could go to Egypt because the television thing, I don't know, something on television.
Yeah, he saw something on TV. I'm like, let's go to Egypt. Oh, but it's late. I'll be back in and out.
I got a ship. They don't have to. My parents don't have to know.
Yep. Also, apparently he has a license. He can drive a car too.
Yeah, he can drive a car too.
He's like 10.
Yeah, he's 10. He can drive a car. Don't worry about it. His dad's got a car with the weird like massive air,
Yep.
air thing.
Yep. It's just so
that
much.
plane one is stuck in my head just because like nothing about that plot made sense.
Nothing about the plot makes sense. It's just a whole bunch of completely disconnected stories.
Or just like sometimes it's just the plot is we just want to hurt these humans in particular. We're gonna burn out. We want to burn down this wax museum. Why? Because the fire could hurt some humans. Sure. So it's like, why don't you just light the fire yourself?
Yeah.
You don't have to like pretend to be wax figures and make this guy think he's crazy.
Yeah.
You just start the fire yourself. But no.
Yeah.
Nothing makes sense in this anime sometimes.
Nothing makes sense.
Weird things happen. There was, of course, the scene, which was the hardest I've ever seen you laugh in my life.
Oh, dear. It helps that I was, like, really tired.
But no, you just
But
lost
I did.
it.
I was laughing. I almost died.
And you look at that scene, and it's like, it doesn't make sense in the slightest. It's like, okay, got the alien who's got Ken's sister in his arms. And he laughs a bit, and then he gets something shows up, and
it's like they lower the ladder from the spaceship because he's on top of a tower in an amusement park, and his spaceship's there, and it's lowering the ladder, which is they're just sliding the cell very badly down, and he has a slight chuckle, and then just you get one frame of motion lines and this for the voice acting, just. And that's it. It's just,
and then suddenly Chargeman Ken and his sister are in his arms, and he's on his ship.
Yeah, and it's
like, what just happened?
It was so bad. It was so funny.
It's like, seriously, what just happened?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's also the Demon King of the Duralians or whatever. Who cares?
Oh yeah, the Demon King.
He got a completely different design from the rest of them.
Yeah.
For no good reason. And then he's defeated in the final episode where, oh, by the way, it turns out, the humans can totally fight the Duralians just fine.
Yeah, so they do have actual, like, spaceships and lasers and stuff.
Yeah, because it's the future.
Where the heck have they been the whole time?
Yeah, but that's one of those weird things. They also have alien plants and stuff, and plants that were planted on alien worlds.
Yeah, I think I remember mentioning of them, like, on different planets, too. They've colonized... Yeah, because they have all the spaceships going to and fro different planets. So it's colonized other ways.
I can't remember exactly why. I think the Duralians like messed up their whole world is dying, so that's why they're coming here to Earth.
Yeah, and they want to kill the humans so they can take over the Earth and use that as their new homeworld.
Yeah, and they hate the humans so much, and of course they don't have emotions anymore, even though they do.
Well, they do, but
that's one of those things that we don't have emotions. You seem to be pretty angry for someone who doesn't have emotions.
You seem to have a lot of a particular set of them.
Yeah. So,
but don't you remember? Anger does not count as emotion.
Yeah,
that's why men can have it. Can be angry.
Exactly.
How about that one episode that was at the Western?
Oh God, the Western.
Just a game, bro.
It really was just. It turned out to be a game. I also confused. I got the confusion. Like, why are they in the what? Oh, okay, it's a game. Oh wait, turns out Duralians set it up to trap Chargeman Ken, I guess.
Yes, but it's a game where you can be a cowboy and shoot Native Americans.
Shoot those engines.
Oh.
You gotta shoot them engines.
Yeah. It was the 70s,
that was
it?
the thing. And that was the thing. When they went to Egypt, I had that, sphincter tightening moment when I saw they said that they were going to Egypt. Like,
oh no. Oh no. Okay. They didn't actually show any people other than the Duralians.
That was... Oof, that could have
dodged a bullet there.
That could have been bad.
There was also the Cinderella episode.
Yeah.
That was the one. We're just going to do the story of Cinderella for sort of.
And then, the guy shows up. Here's a bag of money. No, it's actually bees or something.
Actually bees.
And then I think it's implied the stepmother died?
Sure. Everyone else dies.
Why not?
That's another thing about this whole thing is it's brutal.
People die.
There isn't like, oh, you knocked them out or no, they're just dead.
People die when they are killed.
Just straight up kills people all the time. There's just dead people everywhere.
But can you see them?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It really is.
Nothing about it. There's like no redeeming factor other than it's sometimes so horrible you just kind of enjoy. And I guess the thing, you have to have that mindset of you're willing to watch something bad for the sake of entertainment, for the sake of laughing at how bad it is.
Yep.
If you're not that kind of person, you're not going to like this in the slightest. It's a waste of your time. The good news is, even though it's 65 episodes, it'll only take a few, like 5 hours or so, because each episode, again, is like really short.
Yeah, overall, it's the same length as a normal one-season anime, basically.
Yeah, it's really bad. There is nothing there. It's like that's the thing. So should you watch it? It depends on, do you like watching really bad things?
Yeah,
do you laughing at them?
It's like an MST3K kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm. Do you like watching bad things? If so, then sure.
Did you enjoy watching the Star Wars Christmas special?
Yeah. Do you actually enjoy watching The Room? Do you actually enjoy watching Birdemic? The thing was, Knack Productions, apparently, yeah, they were just giving very little budget, and it was one of those things where because of that, nobody cared. Because like, I'm not being paid enough for this. And apparently the last thing they did, though, was 2008.
Yeah.
But, they did Grappler Baki, which is something we call this, something well known. They've done several things that, like, I think I saw Mazinger on here. Yeah. Or not Mazinger. That looks like a Mazinger ripoff. But yeah, they've done some other things that, like, well, actually, I'm not looking at these ratings. It looks like they were ninjas. But some of the stuff is somewhat well known. It's like, I'm not sure if these are any good, but they did some other things. So that's the one that just killed them or anything. But it's pretty bad. It's probably also one of those things that probably would, if it wasn't someone just randomly just put on DVD out of nowhere and release it, it probably would just,
it would have been buried in history.
Buried in obscurity. No one had ever cared about it. But
yeah.
That's one of those things, like, because of that, you think, and then, because of the just nature of stuff like back in the day, how much stuff do we not know, have never seen?
How much lost media is out there?
And that's how much is even worse.
Yeah.
Because, yeah. And on top of that, for the most part, most of the actors are not credited.
Yep.
There were, as I can see from what I'm seeing, 4 of them have crediting. The mother and father both have, this is their sole role. Like, literally their sole role. Yuki Aida played the mother, and Kiyoshi Kawanashi played the father. Ken Izumi, who's played Kazuko Sawada, who's played a couple other things, mostly back in the 70s and 80s. Pretty much it looks like. It says he's still active, so I don't know. Interesting enough, stuff like Cutie Honey, Osamatsu-kun, that's a big, still a big thing. A couple things like that. And then you got Barakan, who's Kazumi Tanaka, who's and still was died in 2007, but he was performed all the way up to 2007, including in Higurashi. And they look back by Baki. And hey, look, read Cutie Honey. And also, Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
Jace.
That's kind of a big name.
Kind of maybe a little bit big. I don't know.
That's a little bit.
Yeah, this is like his first role. But he went on to do some pretty big things since then. But yeah, those are the only credited roles.
Yep, that's it.
Everyone else is like uncredited. I believe, yeah, they did some weird nonsense on like they credited everyone as some sort of troupe or something. So then basically, yeah, this anime is low budget. It was garbage. It was garbage then. It's garbage now. But it's kind of, and of course, is the big thing which we never actually discussed, which is constantly you are seeing hair.
Yeah, so they leave hair just stuck to the lens.
Yeah, it's like stuck to the lens or something because you see it constantly.
Yeah, it's just, well, there it is.
There's random hair is just
There's a random hair. Just stuck there in the same spot for multiple frames or whatnot.
Yeah, for like sometimes
you'll see it go away as the scene changes, and then the scene changes again. Oh, it's back.
Yep. Hair.
I
mean, that's the thing. This show is so bad it became a meme.
Yep.
Just like The Room and whatnot, and It's a huge deal. They've even in Japan, like it's one of those things where it's like, ever since it was rediscovered, it's like made more money than it ever did when it was actively airing. They've made stage plays. There's a whole bunch of if you look on Nico, there's tons of meme videos about this, like remixes of, and yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
they sell Chargeman Ken merchandise. You can actually go and buy Chargeman Ken figures now.
Nice.
Not vintage ones from the 70s, ones that were made in the last few years, in the last couple decades.
Go and buy a replica of the Alpha gun.
Shoot some aliens. Yeah, do some weird poses.
Do the weird poses that make no sense.
Yep. Oh yeah, occasionally call out attack names, but usually you don't. But occasionally you do for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, this is incredibly stupid. It's worth watching if you like bad things, but yeah, if you don't like watching bad things for the sake of laughing at it, you're gonna hate this. Again, it's just that sort of thing. It's only worth watching to laugh at it.
Yep. Yep.
So there you go.
So bad. It's so bad.
It is pretty horrible.
10 out of 10. It's so bad.
This is peak.
It's peak.
So that's it for this episode. If you liked it, you can listen to other episodes where we usually talk about better anime.
Usually.
You can find them all at newtoweeaboo.libsyn.com, spelled LIBSYN. If you want to, check us out there, you can subscribe to our RSS feed there, or if you want to do so, you can follow us other ways, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and Amazon Podcasts, if you like, and subscribe to those. Search for us and subscribe to those. And of course, you can contact us via email, newtoweeaboo@gmail.com, if you have any questions or criticisms or anime recommendations. If you have anything else that you think is worse than this, please let me know, because I'm struggling to imagine that. You also follow our various social media. It's all listed at newtoweeaboo.libsyn.com/contact. It's spelled, again, LIBSYN. And you can follow our various sites there. It's all listed. You can click and follow. Hey. So, that's it for this one. Tune in next time. We'll still be October, and we will be talking about Calamity of a Zombie Girl.
Zombies? That's right. There's more scary stuff.
Yeah, scary.
Scary. There's some air quotes on that one, aren't there?
So yeah, it's still October. Have fun with your Halloween stuff, whatever it may be, and stay safe. All that.
Yep.
And we shall see you next time.
We shall.